Hello everyone, this is Jebro, and welcome to the Heart of the Mists. And today, we will reminisce about our mists that we spent God knows how long standing like this, waiting for a cue to pop. I thought I'd do this on my first character I ever created in Guild Wars 2. This is Jebro, he's a mesmer. He likes dancing, chess, and a good hot pocket now as well, apparently, since moving to America. But yes, so this is where you end up now if you come into the lobby. This wasn't the actual first place that you came into PvP-wise when you first came in. I'm not sure if that's the case now, actually. I mean, maybe it is, but it's actually an island past these buildings and then a separate section. Now, I could fail massively, and I'm recording this in one hit. So if I do this first time on recording, then that's awesome. So basically, I am going to walk around the mists and just reminisce about what happened. Like, I haven't got post-processing at the moment because it's horrible for recording on my PC and whatnot, and I haven't set up for it, but there used to be a ton of vendors. There is actually a vendor here. That's not a vendor, that's a guy. A lady, sorry, maybe. But basically, when you had like tournament tickets and stuff, or was it tournament tickets? I can't remember. Or no, Glory, that's right. You used to be able to spend it on like bags and stuff. Like there were different levels according to your rank or Glory. I can't remember exactly, but that was so long ago. You could buy bags, you could buy bits and bobs. I think you could buy like salvage kits as well. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But you could basically do that when Glory was like a currency. Wow, that was so long ago. And Glory was really the only main other thing other than like automated tournaments when you first came in. And you could get tournament tickets, I think in reward chests. I can't even remember how exactly you got them. And over there you could queue for an automated tournament system. So there was an automated tournament system actually in the game. A fair, like right at launch. I think up to maybe 6 months to a year. I can't remember because I wasn't first heavily involved in it back then. But I remember playing it maybe up to a year after launch. I can't remember, but they got rid of it. And you could win basic like loot and stuff, as well as just getting tournament tickets. Paying tournament tickets to enter these tournaments, but then winning gems and stuff. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. It was so long ago. But I remember entering with Guildie and stuff like that, and you'd basically have a tiny bracket which you'd go through. And then basically, you know, that would be it. You win gems at the end of it. I can't remember how many teams there were. Was it 4 teams, maybe? Something like that. I wish I had footage of back in the day of that exactly, but it was fun. We're going to get new tournaments, new automated tournaments as well with this patch. We're going to get a new lobby. So this is why I'm running around it. Over here, obviously, is where all the golems are and whatnot. There's like the guild bank, the bank, the laurel vendor, and the trading post over there. It's like the rewards that you can get now, like new ascended armor, legendary backpack stuff to create that. Obviously the portal into the mists there. There's the Lion's Arch portal, waypoint as well, another waypoint over there. I mean, you can have a look at the map and just quickly show you where we are right now. But obviously there's 3 waypoints, one there, one there, one there. In the old, just outside the old kind of water testing area where there were NPCs underneath the water, I think, as far as I remember, maybe a capture point, but that's all paved over now, so we'll see that in a bit. But basically, there's only really 1 or 2 ways that you can get to the old part, which you can't actually get ported into now anyway, but it's basically, you have to jump. Alright, I'll show you. Let's see if we can do this. Hopefully we can. That'd be cool for kids. It's a bit tricky because there's a teleported area around here, basically, which is going to cause issues. Oh god! Now I could get really screwed here, or really not. We'll have to wait and see. Because there is this invisible kind of port area around here somewhere, but you can get into the old map. There you go. I did it first time. Sick. That's well good. Okay. I remembered it. Someone showed me earlier, which is fantastic. Do I press A or B? Help me out. I'm on the NA servers at the moment. So this is where you originally came into, as far as I remember, or you sat down there. And basically, this is the area you'd first go into when you came into PvP back at launch. I can't remember how long it's been since they got rid of that. But basically, you had loads of NPCs fighting each other, I think. And you had, like, enemy NPCs that were in the down state. And you basically come here, learn how to down by pressing F. To finish them off, right? Sorry, but to spike them, and then you learn how to, you know, capture a capture point. Sorry, as well. So if I look at the map and see what we can see, I don't think you can see anything. No, you can't see. There's nothing there now. So that's the thing. I can't go into this area and show you, unfortunately, just mainly because it teleports you out. They got rid of this. I think, you know, they wanted to make sure people hung out in that main area of the lobby. But yeah, you can see, I mean, it's like that kind of hovering island over there. No more of them, little structures, ruins and stuff. It was quite cool. Like when you came in here, first came into PvP, it was like, whoa, there's all this stuff going on. And there's a guy over there, I can press F. Oh yeah, I'm going to get into it. Hype. But obviously over time, there was less and less people to get that excited about an area. And it was just not like people weren't here, so they just made it so that you basically enter this area now, as far as I know, because as soon as you walk forward, you get teleported. So I'm going to just quickly try and go around the edges of this. So there's a capture point there, there's a capture point there as well. Let's see what we can see. See if we can get around this bit. Run up the stairs. Yeah, I remember first coming in here. I still remember that. It's been a long time since I was able to actually do anything to do with that. Oh, see, teleported. Rip. Okay, well, that's the thing. Oh, interesting. Found an interesting moment in time there. We come back into this part of the map. No loading screen, apparently. Normally there's a loading screen, but okay, we just got away with that. So, over here, you could basically get into, this is like the browser for obviously all the servers and whatnot. So you could press F on this guy. You go to the game browser and you've got all the different servers, including your own, which you could just jump into. It just gives you the same menu you've pretty much got up here, you know. It's just a guy that you can speak to. The arena vendor, obviously, the Quaggan. That's the guild. That's the guild thingy. You can buy custom tokens, custom arena tokens, and obviously a starter kit for like 200 gold. And there's the portal to Lion's Arch. So let's have a quick look around here, see what we can see. But yeah, the reason I'm on this character, like I said, was because it's my original one that I first PvP'd on as well. So these logos are the logos from Pro League, and they got added to the Mists when Pro League. I'm not sure if it was when Pro League started, but I think maybe around the same time these guys were giving something to stand on. Because I think, as far as I remember, these guys were all standing on the floor, and then they got risen up because of this. I guess as well, to a degree. But I don't know. And at the moment, you know, it's easy to see exactly who they are, what they're doing. If you press that, you can obviously see Bank, Trading Post, and Laurel Vendor there as well. And then up the stairs, obviously, you have just the basic vendors for like armor and weapons. If you just want to quickly get one, reskin it and whatnot as well. And then we've got just, you know, the guy you sell all your crap to that basically you need. Because you get so much loot now in PvP, even though, you know, you're not using a lot of it, you're probably selling a lot of it if you PvP a lot. Waypoint over there. Then we've got this statue which was added. I think it's been moved around a fair bit, but as far as I remember, the Mystic Forge was there. And we used to have a Mystic Forge here. The new Mists... I think that there's like the Champions Arena or the Champions Rest. I can't remember exactly what it's called now. And the new one is going to have like a ton of stuff in it that people can access and use. It almost feels like it's going to be a new home instance because of the amount of stuff that's going to be in there compared to the newer Mists. Now, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what's going to be in the new Mists. And I'd rather just go in there fresh and be like, oh, this is cool. This is in here. So I will do a video about that. This plinth thing has been moved around a lot. I think it was over there once. I think it was over there. But basically, this is where you can look at the past World Championship winners as well. You can see first place like Denial Esports and whatnot. can see, obviously, previous tournament winners. 2013 Invitational, which was the first ever PvP tournament. And I think that was at PAX West, actually, in Seattle. Then obviously you've got like past tournament winners and whatnot. Beijing, 2014, Boston, Cologne as well. That was WTS. So you can see obviously the guys there. Jordan whatnot won that. And then you've got like Pro League winners as well. I wonder if they've got this updated. No, they're not updated. There you go, new mists. Will we get the Season 2 added to that as well? So these guys' names are all kind of always going to be in the game, which is really cool. And my name is in here as well. There's a shoutcast a bit. So Storm, Hurix, Jebro. Obviously, Storm and Hurix pretty much moved on really from casting Guild Wars 2 PvP. There's no Pro League scene anymore, and they're doing fantastically well in Overwatch. Really, really nice dudes. Munchables, obviously, in Colaris, casted in ESL stuff. Chronic Gamer, obviously, ESL weeklies, biggest memories with him for a long time. Mo and Spotty, the German casters with Waffle and Kana. I think Kana was French as well as a Waffle. Fari and Rain, who were Spanish casters. Chris Pecky and Nishana were the Chinese shoutcasters. And we had some admins here as well. Brunners was a shoutcaster as well. Zvasberg, I had to go at it for a bit. Oron's a big admin still here with AK, Ruby and Clow as well. But yeah, I mean, some of them are still doing that. And then over here, you've got the vendors for like the backpack, the legendary backpack. There you go. And then the Ascended guys as well, where you get loot from obviously going into ranked PvP queues and gaining pips and whatnot. So you can actually, you know, spend your rewards and whatnot on all the things, like the Ascended things, which there's still a lot of controversy about this, but this is not a video where I'm going to complain about all the things that are wrong, because still I enjoy the game and I love the game and I love PvP. So that's really what this video is about, like just remembering that I spent a lot of time here and it's kind of sad to see the place go. It's like moving house, you know. It is a lot like that, and I've moved a lot recently. So I guess that's the reason why as well. It's like we're moving house, or we're getting a renovation done. Whether or not they'll keep this map and they put new things in it, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it feels like it's gonna be a new lobby, completely new area, hopefully as well, which people are really excited about. I am as well. Don't get me wrong. It's just making a video really to walk around and just remember all the different things, the golems over here, as well as the golem that I use so much for my build guide videos. So you go up these steps over here. There's a couple of ways you can get to it, but I just used to always run in here, stand here, and you'd watch, you know, me going through a guide normally on this golem, actually. Poor golem. It's destroyed many times by me. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool area. There's the AoE there, where you can test AoE and whatnot on the golems. People just, you know, drop abilities on there. See the effects that come out, damage potential as well. Obviously, you know, testing versus a golem over a player is completely different. Don't have protection and stability and whatnot to mitigate things, but you know, it's a good way of testing things to a degree. Just give you a roundabout figure on how much damage you might potentially be able to do. Trebs, obviously, for World v World and whatnot. This area. Oh, no, that was foul. Sorry. I suck at World v World already. But there's the cannons here as well. You can grab. Can you still do that? I can. Grab a cannonball, stick it in the cannon. Just aim it. And then, boom. You're good. You're golden. Beautiful. But yeah. So that's that kind of World v World area as well. I wonder if was there a vendor in there? I can't remember actually. This is the guy. Yeah, there you go. And you just get like information about the mists and stuff around here. Let's have a look actually. God, I haven't spoken to them for ages. Oh no, Siege Master. There we go. So they taught you about the siege and everything else. There you go. Jesus, I haven't spoken to them for a long time. So yeah, mate. I wonder if you're going to be in the new one. Probably not. It's a bit of a waste of space, that World v World bit. No one comes in here to test that stuff. Maybe at the start, but you know, not anymore. Obviously, enemy NPCs, engineer / scrapper, mesmer and whatnot. Guardian. I don't think they ever updated these to give these elite specs. I can't remember. Ellie, and you got Revenant over here as well. And then you've got the Necro. You've got a Ranger over there, as well as a Thief and a Warrior. So that was all of that as well. And over here, you can see, which I talked about briefly earlier, there's a waypoint that leads here as well. This is actually all paved over. I didn't like the water. Water combat kind of got completely removed after the Capricorn map got taken out, which obviously had underwater combat. The rest of the map was brilliant, actually. I'd really missed that. So if anyone's watching, bring back the old Capricorn map that you got rid of and get rid of the water and just put a capture point on the ground level. Like, you reuse that map because it was a really fantastic map, and I still, just because it had water, you know, just give it land instead. Give it land. I don't know. But anyway, you can still kind of jump up here. So there was a bit of water. Where was it? If we have a look at the map here, and you had like underwater NPCs and stuff. I think there was an underwater capture point. I'm not too sure. That was a good old while ago. You can get up around there and have a good look in there, but there's not really anything in there now. It's just a circle on the ground kind of thing, and pave, like with bricks in the ground and stuff. Obviously, you can do little jump puzzles around here where you can run around and jump down and up and on the walls and stuff. I'm not going to do that. There's my stove there on the ground. We had a fire back in the day, and yeah, we never got really around to fixing it up. I'm sorry about that. Obviously, get Chieftain and Svanir around here as well. Forest and Niflheim bosses that you can test stuff out against. There you go. Someone's having a bash there. He's dead at the moment, apparently. You've got the Legacy of the Faux Fire boss with the minions as well, the NPCs around him. He's not the downstate one, so you can't test anything to do with that, but I don't know what you really want to test in that anyway, but you know, it's fun just having it there, all the NPCs from the maps. And then you've got another set of 3 golems over here. So that's most of the map actually covered. Hall of Memories, there you go. But as well, there's a couple of, there's an Easter egg that I remember the most. There's probably more, but I'm not going to go through it massive in like crazy in-depthness because I'm running around for ages to try and find all the little nooks and crannies. This is the main mists where everyone hangs out for so long, and you used to be able to, like, just fun facts if you ever remember, you know, it's gone through different iterations of being able to queue just in the mists in PvP and also outside. The reason they changed it ages ago so that you could basically queue only in the mist was because of like AFKing and stuff, and like people would join a queue and they'd get inserted into the queue instantly, whereas now obviously you have to say you're ready and then you get put into the queue, like for ranks or whatever. Whereas before it just put you in. There was no like, do you want to enter the game now and stuff. And so yeah, that was an issue. So they obviously added that system where you accept now, and obviously if you're playing ranks, you get a little bit penalized if you don't enter the queue, because you know it takes a while to find it now. So that's probably one of the reasons why. But you used to be able to queue outside of the mist, and then they changed it to just the miss, and then they changed it back because I think, you know, they had that system in, which is why they could be like, oh, okay, well, that person's not going to get into the queue anyway because they're not pressing accept. And actually, on the browser, sorry, on Windows or whatever you're using, the Guild Wars 2 logo on the toolbar would actually light up. Like, actually, they would actually added that where it would light up and there would be a noise, and it would, I think it was like this groan. It just goes, huh. Like to say you've got a pop in PvP. That was added quite a while ago. But that was basically to give you that indicator that you were in a queue. So if you're doing something else, and that would play outside of Guild Wars 2 if you're like tapped out or whatever. You could set it up differently, but basically that's, you know, that all got added a fair while ago. So there was a big avoidance. So there wasn't an avoidance of like getting into games and stuff and no issues. So now you can queue wherever you want, like World v World, PvE and whatnot as well. And these guys are playing chess. So one's got a cool little hat on, which we've got in an outfit now, actually. I don't know if that's the exact one. I think these guys are waiting for a queue. I think it's a bit of a joke. I mean, I've always thought that these two guys are waiting for a queue pop, you know, in PvP. Absolutely awesome. Pretty funny little one, though, you know. Just playing chess. It'd be funny if those were little bosses in PvE raids. But I wonder if they're going to put that kind of stuff back in, you know. Who knows? And then you've got this area over here, which you might be able to get through from various ways. Like, But if I try to get there now, there's actually just a wall. I'll get teleported before I even reach the wall, to be fair. Oh no, there we go. So there is a wall. There might be a gap in it somewhere, but it's not something I've ever really researched. And I've been like, I need to know if that's the case. Can I get through here? Obviously, I've had a look around the rest of the map and just to see what I can see. Someone is actually using that, so I should shut up. 2 people actually were. There you go. But as we go up here, I mean, you can see obviously all the targets and stuff and the boxes that you can destroy all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, I remember as well, like I can't remember what the name is, the hat is now, the helm, sorry, but you could basically, you know, you had your arms out wide. Was it the aviation helm or something like that? But basically you could run around and with your arms out wide. And we had like up to 60, 70 people just running around the mist, like as a Zerg. I think I had my commander tag on, and we were just in like Discord, and I streamed it. I'll try and find the video somewhere, but basically we're just running around the mists. It was just hilarious, and we were like jumping off things, committing suicide. And this is a long time ago. And over there you can see, and you can get over there. As far as I think you can get over there, but I'm not going to do it in this video. I'm just going around quickly. But that's the ArenaNet kind of logo, I guess, as well. I have seen someone get there. Whether or not you can anymore, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so there's kind of the cliff here. Stops you from obviously walking around too much. I don't think I can get down to that. Let's try. Nah. That's not what happens. There's an invisible wall. You kind of see it. Like, you kind of see the lines on the ground as well. It looks dodgy. But yeah, I mean, there isn't really much else to it. I mean, I remember with the arms out wide and pretending you're an aeroplane, it would just be going kind of like an aeroplane, I guess. It was a bit of a random noise, like April Fools, and we'd just all be running around here, and there was a big Zerg of us. We ran up these stairs and jumped through there, committed suicide, and then just started again. And it was I'm not sure if we were drunk or whatever, but it was a pretty interesting moment in our lives. Let's just run up here for lastly. I mean, this is the main bolt. These are the main bits of the mist. There are other little nooks and crannies, but these are the bits that you're always going to remember. And in a way, this is my own sentimentality, if that's a word, of just, you know, showing you the place that I really have hung out the most in Guild Wars 2, probably. This is probably where I've spent the most time in this game. No lies. I mean, like queuing for PvP, queuing for ranked, unranked, talking to people, dancing with people in the random outfits, finding little guilds that have got, you know, all Asuras all wearing the same thing. It's pretty cool. It's been awesome. So, guys, if you want to share your memories of the Mists, are you happy that it's going? Are you happy that you're getting something new? I am really happy that we're getting a new Mists. This is just a video to really, you know, remember the Mists for myself as well, and so you can tell me your memories about the exact, you know, when you got into the Mist first of all. What did you think about PvP? What do you think about the new changes? We'll make more videos on the new stuff that's coming very, very shortly. But I've been Jebro, and this is the last time that we'll be in the heart of the Mist for PvP, in the PvP lobby. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm just reminiscing, sentimental. I'm getting old, you can tell. I'll see you very soon, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Take it easy and enjoy the new Mists coming soon.